You are an infinite being having a human experience. Time to come back to who you genuinely are. What's inside? To your true essence. Time to realize. Remember, you are magnificent. Time to realize just what's inside. Time to realize just what is
Little smoothed out, mellow situation. What's up, y'all? BigEAstrology. Knowledge is love. How you feeling on this Make It Happen Monday, the day of the moon, the Capricorn moon, my moon? It's Taurus season. It's episode 202. How you do? Knowledge is love. God is good. Happy to be here. Hope you're doing well. We're talking about Venus in Taurus in the natal birth chart and also in transit. Venus is at home in Taurus, the fixed earth sign, until May 23rd. So we're going to talk about the natal placement and we're going to talk about the transit, see how you guys are doing. We're not staying on forever. We're going to say what's up to Big Tays in the house. You stand up. There he is. Let me see how tall you're getting. Look at this guy. How you feeling?
Good.
You had a good day at school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a little tired, so we're not staying on long, but he's hanging out with Daddy. Mommy's cooking, doing some other things. So we're rocking and rolling tonight. All right. So let's talk about the natal placement, okay? And I'm going to start again to that. We'll say hello to everybody in the chat. You want to say hello? We just got a couple people here.
Evelyn Torres said, good evening, all.
What up, Ev?
Girly Sunday said, hey.
Girly Sunday, welcome back. Remind me of your big three again. I know you came on late last time, and hopefully you subscribed. And yeah, it's so nice to meet you. So Venus. Let's talk about what Venus is first, right? People sometimes don't understand. Venus is your love language, your speech, food, arts, culture, entertainment, sweet tooth, chocolate. It's Friday, baby. That's why I got to forget about it Friday. Venus is actually the seed of life, right? It's sperm. Venus is a wife in a man's chart or in a same-sex couple's chart. And Venus is also our fashion, our style, and it's money. It's really powerful. It is a benefic, right? Jupiter's the greater benefic. Venus is the lesser benefic. But if you have a night chart, right, where your sun is below the ascendant, then the moon, Venus and Saturn on the same team, and Venus becomes the greater benefic planet, okay, in a night chart. So it's really good for you to kind of understand that it's at home in Taurus, also in Libra, and it's exalted in Pisces, the fish. Okay, so Venus in Taurus right now, it's squaring Pluto. Now, I'll explain that, and we'll talk about what it's going to do in transit to May 23rd. But you already know what Taurus the bull is, right? Taurus is very practical and pragmatic. It's about the five senses and, the smell goods. It's kind of like Cancer. Taurus and Cancer are very similar, but Taurus, being the fixed earth sign, it's very stubborn. It's about money, material items, things they collect. They may eat. They do everything kind of slow and calm. they're definitely the masters of Netflix and chill, but they drive fast. So if I see Taurus in your third house, your fifth house, your sixth, your 10th, as an astrologer, I'm going to ask you how fast are you driving, and make sure you slow down after June 25th when Jupiter goes into Gemini, because it's just going to be Uranus there causing a little chaos in your chart and your life and stuff. So just be mindful of that, okay? What I love about the Taurus energy, if you go shopping with a Taurus, right, they have to kind of like touch things. They feel it. They say, it's all five senses, right? That's why the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction we just had, right, in Taurus, it's really about also expanding that to that sixth sense. But, Taurus is definitely, they're about their money. They can be great chefs, gardeners, bankers, art teachers, music teachers. It's very nostalgic. They like fine food, fine wine. Now, Venus and Taurus, the ladies, they want stability in a relationship. They want a man well-dressed, clean shaven, smelling good. Venus and Taurus, they may not like the long locks. Although they could appreciate it because, they do like art and culture. So they would like how I rhyme and how I'm entertaining and my acting skills, stuff like that. But Venus and Taurus ladies, very sensual. They're about the bag though. They'll like, Chanel and Prada and, now listen, low vibrational, every energy is high and low vibrational. They could be a little materialistic, but I think Venus and Taurus gets a bad rap because it's really about having their food, clothing, shelter met. You know what I mean? They want the niceties, but they're very practical. Like they don't have to have everything like, Don P and, Cristal and this and that. They just want things to be quality. They really appreciate a good meal, a nice beverage, and good music. So they may like classical, jazz, old school hip hop, old school R&B, old pop, rock and roll, and they really they pay attention to things, like even in nature, right? They like grounding in nature, but they'll definitely have their crystals, right, and their gems. Venus is crystals and gems and jewelry. Okay. It's you'll see Venus connected to gold, just like the 11th house and also Leo. All right. So Venus and Taurus is a lot of fun. Sorry, making a lot of noise. I had to get another crystal. Keep this in my hand so I stop twisting my hair. But, and hello to you new people coming in. We'll get to you in a second in the chat. But just understand Venus and Taurus, usually you have to look where the Mercury is, but for the most part, Venus and Taurus, male or female, they have wonderful speaking voices. They can be great orators, great singers, great artists. I forgot some of the famous people that have it, forgive me, but it's really it's a fantastic energy. So I think right now having Venus, the Sun, Jupiter, and Uranus in the birth chart, it can be a nice energy, right? Aries will be at home tomorrow, and Mars will be at home tomorrow, which we needed, right? Mars and Pisces can be a little hachi-puchu-puchus. But Mars will be in Aries and Venus will be in Taurus, Neptune and Pisces. So we got like three energies just like in their home sign. The Sun doesn't really like being in Taurus, just so you know, right? Taurus or Venus. The Sun does better in obviously Leo, but in the Jupiter Mars signs. So the Sun shines really bright in Leo, in Aries, where it's exalted, in Scorpio, in Jupiter, in Sag. It also can do pretty well in the Mercury signs, Gemini and Virgo. But the Sun doesn't do as well in Taurus or Libra. And not as well in, the Sun and Saturn, they got beef. So it doesn't do as well in Capricorn and Aquarius. So you have to look at the rulers of the signs so you kind of understand, what happens. Sun conjunct Venus, which we're in right now. Today we're at the start of the second decan. This is the Taurus Virgo decan for the Taurus, the bull energy. Okay. So before we really get into like the transits and stuff, you want to catch us up with everybody in the chat?
Okay, so we have Girly Sunday said Aqua Rising, Pisces Sun and Moon.
Mhm.
Paradise Chicken said hello. Paradise Chicken also said.
Wait, Paradise Chicken, tell me your sun, moon, rising. You're new. Welcome. I'm
They
Eric
said-
Taylor. Pleasure.
Taurus North Node 12th House, Pisces Sun, Sag Moon. Gem
Rising, yeah.
Rising,
Taurus North Node 12th house.
Aqua Venus.
Okay.
And then Pauline Burkosha.
Oh, you said that right. Good job, Tay.
Sent the heart emoji.
Thank you, Miss Pauline. So who was that new person before Pauline? What's her name again?
Paradise Chicken.
Paradise Chicken. That's a good name. I don't eat chicken anymore, though, and I don't miss it, but I like the name. It's a good name. And you got some great placements. Taurus North Node. I don't know. That can be a little challenging in the 12th house, but not really. You know, you just got to watch out because the same people, as your North Node matures between 42 and 48, and your hidden talents are the Taurus. So you could be good at investment banking. You definitely need nice linens, organic cotton, linen for sleeping, bed sheets, satin, like, you know, your pajamas, all that. Excuse me. But yeah, your sleep game has to be, you know, that's where you spend your money, in your bedroom, and have your crystals by the bedside. But, you know, the North Node there, that's also not just hidden talents, the hidden enemies. So you could really be the master of Netflix and chill. You like a comfort, coziness, but you have to watch out because Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, even though they could be your tribe in the future, they'll show up along your destined path, especially after 42, 48 years old, to really help you in life, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Risings. But then the double entendre, they could also be your hidden enemies. So just be mindful of that, okay? But thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. And so let's just look at, I you know, it's so funny. I didn't write down the exact dates, but I want you to know, you know, you're going to have Venus, the Sun, Jupiter, and Uranus all in a conjunction as we go further into the month. Now, remember, May 23rd, which is already in Gemini season. It starts a little earlier this year on the 20th. Okay, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Yeah, May 20th, right? So my Gemini birth chart sale starts May 20th. Taurus ends. All you Tauruses, Sun, Moon, Risings, email me, BigEAstrology@gmail.com. If you want to book a natal birth chart reading, right? 65 minutes live over Zoom. Get videos of your planetary placements, ask live questions, get the recording, and we can do your birth chart. Normally 125, only 100. Or the big shebang, 40 to 50-minute custom video summary, mini movie of your life, along with audio transit recording, current and future transits, videos of your planetary placements. Normally $260, only $203. This is a great steal. Aries, they took advantage of the birth chart sale. I had a ton of Aries last month, you know, this month, I should say April, and the end of March. But Taurus, it's your time. Solar return charts are important, right? Secondary progression, you could be a Gemini or a Cancer right now, your soul vibrating. But so around May 16th, 17th, you're really going to feel it. Venus, Sun, Jupiter, Uranus, a stellium. Okay, they'll all be in conjunction. And what's interesting, Venus, Jupiter, and the Sun are kind of all going to dance in the Gemini together. Venus and Jupiter go in obviously after the Sun, the 23rd and the 25th, but they'll be all in a conjunction. So we're going to have this conjunction in Taurus and in Gemini with the two benefics and the Sun. So it's really, let me just say this. Goodbye, April. You know, we look forward to, make sure you go watch my Astro Weather. I did Monday through Thursday. I'll be back Friday, but it's a Cap, Aquarius, and Pisces moon. But what you're going to see Thursday, Pluto goes retrograde. So right now, Venus square Pluto. This could be some drama in relationships. This can deal with some issues about your finances, about your investments with crypto. And you can have issues with like arts and entertainment, right? And culture around AI. Like when Drake sampled Tupac's voice, right? Using the AI and Snoop Dogg. Well, that's not really legal. Tupac's estate has to verify and say, yeah, you can do that or else you give me a paycheck, right? So we have to be mindful and careful of, what's been going on with Pluto and Aquarius. And then as it goes retrograde Thursday, back to September 1st, when it enters Capricorn, all the experiences that we've already had with Pluto and Aquarius, we have an opportunity as it retrogrades back in Capricorn to integrate it into physical reality. And what we can build going forward as it goes back November 19th into Aquarius for the next 20 years. So Pluto Capricorn, for the most part, 29 degrees retrograde, it'll be the final cleanup of the structures and systems. But we can also be introspective and be like, okay, now I know how to use Chat GPT. Now I see I want not so much of the Bitcoin or crypto, but let me get the XRP, because if they change to the Fed now and digital currency and get rid of the paper dollar, that will be the system to transport the digital money. I can't talk. The monetary fund, the money, the digital coins, right? So XRP could be important in that sense, right? The Ripple. All right. So just things to ponder and think about. But with right now, Venus square Pluto, there can be challenges with a lot of that, the arts, the culture, the entertainment, the music, relationships. So just be mindful of that energy. Okay. You want to take some of these new questions and comments? And you guys let me know if you have Venus in Taurus or what you think about the energy or any questions you have. Okay.
Paradise Chicken did a smiley face and said hey. And Paradise Chicken also said it has 3 meanings. Paradise Chicken said, yeah, 4th house Virgo with Pluto and Uranus. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. You're a Gemini rising.
Paradise Chicken also said, I am 58, looking great.
Oh, I bet you are, Paradise Chicken.
It is a great deal.
Yeah, well, you are 58, a little bit older than me, but you're from that magical generation of the Pluto-Uranus conjunction in Virgo. So I already know your chart. So your mother's lineage and maybe potentially your mother was some sort of spiritual or an intuitive healer, and you got that gift from the mother's lineage. And your emotional mind is super innovative and transformative. You're here to push the envelope, and be of service to humanity. So yeah, Paradise Chicken, hit me up. You want to get a birth chart reading, but that's really cool. Like that's good energy. Very good energy. Any other new comments or any questions? So one thing that
Paradise Chicken said RT UG.
RT UG?
Yeah. UGH.
Okay. RT Real True. Oh, I don't know the abbreviation.
Sun sign and 10th W Saturn, which I think.
Okay. Sun sign and the 10th with Saturn, the Pisces sun and Saturn. Yeah, you're going through your Saturn return right now. So just remember, right, with that generation, spiritual discipline. Are you doing some sort of meditation or something 15 to 30 minutes a day? And this is Paradise Chicken's a man?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay. Let me know if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't matter, but just, spiritual discipline, 15 to 30 minutes a day. Compassion, empathy, grace, and mercy for yourself first, working on the self-love, especially in public or even at work. But, you got to have that compassion and empathy for yourself. Be kind, no energy vampires, and healthy boundaries, even with the work friends or when you're out in public, going out for drinks, whatever. You have to guard and protect your energy. Okay. And having the sun and Saturn in Pisces 10th house opposing Uranus and Pluto, Dios mijo, so that's a lot going on. That's a lot, Lucy. So, but you definitely got to step up the sleep game. You got to make sure you have your sleep on 10 with the linens and things.
Paradise Chicken said, all girl. Meditation since 25 years old.
Oh, okay. Now you're just bragging. Okay. I smell you, Paradise Chicken. Is that sweet chicken? So, oh my God, I had a busy day. But I want to tell you guys, right? You know what's really dope? My wife and I last night, she suggested it, and I want to do it with the boys. And I've been meaning to do it for years, but we finally did it, right? We got the saran wrap and we put the onions on our feet and then wrapped them up, put on our socks. And I swear, I've, had 13 surgeries. So I had 2 surgeries on each foot. I have a lot of foot pain, body aches, all that stuff. I woke up, my feet felt amazing. No pain, inflammation was down. The onions on the feet, total detox. Been feeling great all day. Maybe something that I integrate into my health plan, right? I do grounding and earthing. I do toning and meditation, guided meditations. I do ice cold showers. So I may implement onions on the feet like once a week, at least twice a month, but really good. Feet felt good, less inflammation, and just, I believe in reflexology. I take good care of my feet. You can ask all the nurses in the hospital. When I woke up from being in a coma, all the nurses were like, Mr. Taylor, you have the nicest feet I've ever seen. I'm a Virgo, right? So Virgos, I tell people like, there may not be a human on earth as clean as me. Like Virgos are about cleanliness. Okay. If you know, you know, but I just thought it was so funny, but I take care of my feet, massage them, reflexology, lotion, and I try to teach it to my boys. Ain't nothing wrong with men having nice feet. I'm not like, getting manicures and pedicures, although nothing's wrong with that. I used to get, when I was in New York, gotta be a handsome gentleman, get a mani-pedi, but no polish, or if you did, it'd be clear. But, I know my father used to get manicures, manicures and stuff. And he was an Aries and 135% all man, Scorpio moon, Leo rising. He was a gentleman and a gangster, and so, but I wouldn't do what some of the young boys do today, like with the, like Caleb Williams, #1 pick for the Bears with nail polish. I'm not judging or hating. It's just different. This generation is a little bit less masculine, the Gen Zers and stuff. That's all right, the crazy tight jeans and all that stuff. You got to let it breathe a little bit, player, But anywho, so any questions about this energy in transit? So also what I want you guys to understand is that, we're going to definitely start to realize how important the possessions are. Now, Venus and Taurus, I didn't get to mention it. Yes, we have to look at the polarity, the sister sign, Scorpio. Venus and Taurus can be a little possessive, a little stubborn in a relationship. They can be kind of like fixed earth energy. They're like, this is my routine. This is what I do, right? I don't overspend this. I don't overspend that. They can be very focused on their comforts. Okay. Got another comment?
Let's see.
Very sensual.
Paradise Chicken said, exactly when young. Paradise Chicken also did an emoji with stars as the eyes. Paradise Chicken also said LOL. Girly Sunday said or sent an emoji with like laughing tears.
So what do you guys think? Because I noticed this, right? Now it is funny. So I'm 53. Now most men don't do emojis. Now younger generation, they do. I don't do emojis. Women definitely love emojis, and I'm not hating on the emojis, but it's just interesting to me. Have you guys noticed that? Like at what age the cutoff is, do you think? Because I do notice I had a male client in the 40s and he did some emojis. But like none of my guy friends that are like 52, 53, 54, like none of them, I don't know any dudes that do emojis. It's interesting, I don't know. Would you guys have any thoughts on that? But one thing also about Venus and Taurus, very sensual. They will eat their food slow. They, like I said, can be very artistic, not just singing, painting, drawing, very sensual, and not sensual like sexual, but just sensual in the sense that like they kind of like glide through a room. They're like smooth up very Sade. I saw Sade one time in Greenwich Village, and oh my God, I was with a good friend of mine, Margarita. Shout out to Margarita, and saw Sade across the street, and I was just like, wow. And I was coming from like this art exhibit. It was real dope. I miss NYC, my NYC days, partying and stuff. And I just always thought Sade was so beautiful. But she reminds me of Venus and Taurus. I don't know if she has it. I forgot. I feel like does like Mariah have this? There was somebody else who has Venus and Taurus that I remember that was like definitely singing. Maybe Diana Ross. So I worked with Diana Ross, and she is just so. I think she may have Venus and Taurus, or maybe she was. Oh, maybe I'm sorry. She was Venus and Pisces, Diana Ross, I believe. And I sat next to her and was working on the show with Brandy, and talked to Miss Ross for a good amount of time. So classy and sweet, and just I'm pretty sure it was Venus and Pisces, that she just had that like feel to her. Just it was, it's just a legend. You know what I mean? I've worked with some legendary folks, but she's one that I noticed the je ne sais quoi in the class and respected her. She's a real legend. Some of these other folks, they think they're legends and icons, but fugazi, okay? Diana Ross, that's an OG. So one thing also, right, you have to remember, Ceres goddess of harvest is in Capricorn now, and Juno's in Virgo. Lilith is in Libra, okay? The ruler of Venus and Taurus, or Venus also, right? So as Venus and the sun move along, right? And remember I said the sun from 10 to 23 degrees, the lunar mansion behind it in Taurus is the moon. That's why the moon is exalted in Taurus. And it actually does better in Taurus than it does in Cancer, just so you guys know that. But the decan from 10 to 19 degrees is Taurus Virgo. Little different energy. You'll notice it. These people move a little differently, a little bit more analytical and critical. They're more about building things, but repairing, fixing things. Virgos are, more in service to humanity. These people could be really focused on the lower intestine, Virgo food. So this is where you're going to get the Taurus, the chef. The Taurus is more the banker making the money, whatever. The Taurus Capricorn, they're like, hey, they own the restaurant, right? They own the record label, stuff like that. But the Taurus Virgo, little interesting energy, that decan coming up. You have to look at the whole chart. I'm generalizing, obviously, but just giving you a little insight on the energy. So the Taurus energy, Venus, Sun, Jupiter, Uranus, will be trining Juno and trining Ceres, goddess of harvest. And remember, I announced it in my newsletter, and I think I may have put it up, or if not, I'm going to put it up in community. But I'm really trying to. I got finished up my clients this week, and I'm working on my book. I'm on the home stretch, so hopefully I'm just 2-3 weeks away from finishing my book. Then got to go through the final edits, and hopefully June, July, this summer, my book should be released, and I will make hard copies and the digital copies. So, and I may have a little free digital download, a little sneak preview of it on my website, BigEAstrology.com. Oh, you guys, please go to my website and sign up for my newsletter. Newsletter number 5 will be coming out maybe the end of this week or early next week. So you want to sign up for it. Hopefully you guys have received the first 4 and enjoyed it. But the next coffee talk will be Saturday, May 18th, 12 noon Eastern. Okay, 9 a.m. Pacific, 2 hours, $20. And it's going to be dope. I think we're going to look at the Jupiter Gemini chart, the end of the 25th, early 26th, but I think it's late night on the 25th. Just so you can see, because it'll be to like June 1st, 2025, how that energy could play out. I did Jupiter and Gemini trine Pluto and Aquarius, but that's on June 1st. I did that in Coffee Talk, like the end of Coffee Talk, year 2. We're in year 3. So this coffee talk coming up, I think, will be number 28 or 29 if you want to include the mini coffee talks. But I do one once a month, but now I'm going to start to do twice a month, because either during the week on a Friday night or another night, just so different people can come, because some people can't come on the weekends. And, that time I'm going to do in the evenings, like 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday nights, I'll be doing like a mini coffee talk. Will be 70 minutes, only $11. And I think on that one, I might talk about this Pluto retrograde energy back into Capricorn September 1st, and how to really integrate it and how to deal with it and what to expect. So probably going to be doing that. But the coffee talk May 18th, that's going to be really fun, because the second hour, I normally do a coffee talk member's birth chart. We read it as a blind item and reveal who it is at the end, and we get instant feedback of our interpretation or analysis. I may do that, but I may do something interesting. I may do, like, if I can find a birth time, I may do the birth chart. They've been coming up in the news a lot lately because of their untimely passings. I may do Lisa Left Eye Lopez or Aaliyah. So if that sparks your interest, you may want to come to that coffee talk. Plus, you really want to know how to work with that benefic energy. Even though Jupiter is debilitated in Gemini, it's going to be there wherever your Gemini house is for a year. So we'll talk about it and how it can play out with that energy of the chart, and then also in all 12 signs. So sign up. And coffee talk, you have to book it directly at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. Okay. The coffee talks, I haven't set that up to purchase on the website because I'm not always sure of when I'm going to do them. But it's going to be, and I think June will be, I think it's June or July. Maybe it's June 16th, July 13th, somewhere in there. I kind of have them scheduled in my head, but you know, my schedule is not my own because I got to worry about, you know, what's going on with my boys and summer vacation or camp and then wifey. So you know what I mean? You understand. But we're not going to stay on too much longer. So any questions or comments? What have we got? Venus, Taurus. We got a couple more comments there. And you guys can ask me any question if you want, okay? But Venus and Taurus will really help the collective. And we'll be focusing on our possessions. This is a great time for spring cleaning and donating, right? Helping to bless others, Jupiter, Uranus, and Taurus.
We're going to skip through this a bit.
Okay.
Girly Sunday said Pisces Sun. Paradise Chicken said my first hubby, RIP, was a Virgo. My dad and stepdad both Virgo.
Oh, okay.
So excited about your book. So happy I found you cash tight, but we'll be ordering everything law.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Listen, you guys are going to love the book.
Namaste, my friend.
Namaste, my friend, to you too.
Paradise Chicken said out. And then Girly Sunday said, I'm excited for Jupiter and Gemini.
It should be
my
good.
Fifth house, let the romance in.
I know, right? So there you go.
Girly Sunday said, I'm excited for Jupiter entering Gemini, my fifth house.
Yeah.
The Mama Mist said,
hey, Mama Mist.
Gemini, seventh house.
Well, yeah, Jupiter, Mama Mist, that could bring in a husband or new business situations for you, right? Starting May 25th. It's a full year. You know, Jupiter, listen, Jupiter is so benefic that it does expand negative things. So in Gemini, it can expand like gossip, right? But also it can expand, excuse me one second. Jupiter and Gemini could definitely also, you guys, expand communication, hand to hand, like, you know, things with podcasting. It can expand, you know, communications like with friends and family, your siblings, you know, I don't know. It just depends, you know. But that chart I did in Coffee Talk, the trines of Pluto Aquarius on June 1st, that's retrograde. So it's actually going to be an interesting energy. That was a fun coffee talk. You really don't want to miss the coffee talks. It's the best $20 for 2 hours. It's a great time. We have regulars like Pauline and Evelyn and Danny come, and different people, and Kimberly and Bella and Hope and Isaac. And I mean, just so many others, you know, Ear Hustler and, you know, just so many people. I really appreciate all my folks, my boy Alex from Poland, people that come worldwide. We haven't seen Madeline in a while from Amsterdam, but you know, that's what's cool. You will meet people all over the world. It's my 11th house crew, astrological coffee talk with Eric, you know, got to do it the New York way, right? Coffee talk. Little play off of Saturday Night Live. But any other questions about Venus and Taurus? One thing I would say, you guys, this is where we can really focus on opening up the throat chakra, right? Being in our truth, but also seeing where we can make improvements to our self-worth. If you don't have self-love, you can't really love another. And with the North Node, Mercury, and Chiron in Aries, we have to walk into our I am energy and be the brave, courageous leaders of our own lives. So Mars and Aries now joining the party. It's to help us assert. Go ask for that promotion. Go ask for that raise. Go be the pioneer maverick. Start your own business. But also Venus and Taurus, right? This is where we can really take the time to appreciate nature, be in the garden, grounding earth, and cooking your own food, not wasting money at restaurants where they give you too much food, too much sugar, too much salt. You're spending extra money, and it may not even be better than the food you can cook at home, but also it's not as healthy. Okay, so Venus and Taurus is really bringing us back to the self-worth, to the values, to the garden, to the food, clothing, shelter, to what do we really value? You know what I mean? And who do we value? You know, family. Taurus and Venus very associated to relationships with the family too, you know? So maybe Venus Taurus season, maybe you're buying a new vehicle. You know, maybe you're like, I don't have an house. I have an apartment, but you're going to grow a plant, right? You got my little plant back there, or you're going to go, you know, do some thyme, basil, herbs. You know, you're going to purify, you're going to do juicing in the month of May, you know, with the trine to Juno in Virgo and Ceres, goddess of harvest, things you nurture and care for, but also food, right? You want to really focus on the fruits and the veggies, you know, purification. So really think about that, right? Venus is food, you know, and I've never really broke this down. But Venus's speech, so I would assume the tongue. I got a big tongue, but I would assume Venus is associated with the tongue, right? Because remember, Aries is the upper jaw to the crown chakra, top of the head, and then you know, Taurus is the lower teeth, right? And there's like the second house to the throat chakra and the collarbone. Okay. So that would include the mouth, the boca, the tongue, right? Because that's speech. But I have to double check that and research, you know, the actual, you know, tongue. But I'm sure it's connected to Taurus and Venus and the second house, right? So, you know, just, you know, tap in, understand that, and really, you know, explore my website. Go to BigEAstrology.com, my moon tracking service, my soul journey, past life. And, you know, I have a new service and not too many people have booked it. My unconscious soul chart. This goes through human design, and 88 days before your birth, right? It creates a birth time, and it's like integrating from your natal chart to your unconscious soul chart. So let's say if you are a Gemini, your unconscious soul chart, you'll be a Pisces sun. I'm a Virgo, my unconscious soul chart, I'm a Gemini, right? He goes from a Leo to a Taurus. So it's really deep. And then it kind of, when you get that chart reading done, it's really powerful because it kind of lets you see what your soul is here to evolve, you know, and kind of unconsciously, and how it unconsciously evolves. You know, we have to make sure that we are kind of not staying in the subconscious and unconscious, but tapping into the present, to the conscious now. So we are being intentional about how we're living our present day life according to what we truly desire from what? Our heart chakra. Remember the human design prophecy, 2027, the collective goes from the solar plexus, right there below, above the belly button, to the heart chakra, right? This guy's all heart, right? He's a Leo. Leo the lion, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did an old Coffee Talk promotional video. He's like, I'm Leo the lion. He was so young when he did it. That was like, what, 3-4 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
When I first started Coffee Talk, I think. You could see it in my shorts or whatever. You know, Mateus, he's always down to help Dad, and I appreciate that. You know, so, but we're gonna have to go soon and get ready for dinner. So, any last comments or questions, Tay?
Let's see.
And, I may try to come back on the end of the week or early on the weekend. I want to try to get back to doing 2 lives a week, but I'm trying to get a guest so I can, edit it. Won't do it live and edit and put it up to the podcast talking about the Taurus new moon and Taurus moon energy. So I'm working on that.
Evelyn Torres said Jupiter is going into my 11th. She said, sorry, it's going into my 12th.
Yeah, the Cancer rising.
When is your book coming out? Girly Sunday said.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. So I don't have the official date. I'm doing the last little bit, but it's about the basic foundations of astrology, but I'm putting a different twist on it, right? Because there are a gazillion astrology books out there. So I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing that's different, but it has to do with what's real to and authentic to me. So it's going to be dope. Really, really different, but it's definitely, coming from that soulful flavor, so it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. So like I said, hopefully, we'll see how fast things move with, I'm just, I'm working on chart. I'm only one person. I'm working on charts, and then I'm like finishing up the last little bit of the book. Then we got to go through the edits, and then, I'd like to get published by somebody, but chances are I'll probably have to self-publish or whatever. I might go by the astrology bookstore in Glendale, Arizona, and see, if they can connect me with any publishers or whatever. They may want to publish, an astrology book, for first time published astrologer. If not, I'm going to do it myself. I'll do some hard copies. It won't be super expensive. And then I'm also going to have a digital download on the website. And then I will try to do a digital sneak preview for you guys as well. Okay. So it should be really cool. But we're going to get ready to go, wrap up. Dinner's almost ready. And this was so much fun. And I really just thank you guys for coming. And, Venus and Taurus, it's always a good thing. Who's that?
Hey.
Oh, my God.
Just figure I'd pop in. Dinner's ready. The boys are eating.
Oh, see, that's my cue. I really got to go. Dinner's ready?
Yes,
dinner is ready. So any
you
last
need to
comments?
let me do this. This way I can just do it and you don't have to block the whole screen.
That's okay.
Y'all just want to see his pores?
But thank you guys for coming.
Girly Sunday. I love that name.
I know. I told her
Mama
too.
missed.
But
Evelyn.
Make sure.
Sasha Speaks.
Oh, Sasha Speaks just came here.
That Eric, I have Venus, Jupiter, and Sun in the 9th house.
Okay, Venus, Jupiter, and Sun in the 9th house. Sasha Speaks, 44 years old. You could publish or write a book, 32 or 56, and it can do really well. Okay, and you may find love in a foreign land or with someone from a different ethnic or cultural background from you.
And Brandy, and hello, Evelyn, to you.
I didn't know Brandy was here. Hey, Brandy. Okay. Sasha Speaks. I'm curious. What sign is in the 9th house with your Venus and Jupiter? Did she say in there?
Venus, Jupiter, and the Sun in the 9th house.
Yeah. What sign? Sasha Fierce.
It's kind of a loaded name right now.
Yeah, that's a loaded name right now. But yeah, if you
thank you, she's a Taurus.
Oh, Taurus. Okay, so you have. Okay, so is your Venus and Jupiter conjunct? Because I have Venus Jupiter conjunct, but opposing you in Scorpio. Venus Jupiter conjunction, the two benefics, is really a good energy. It can make you very optimistic, philosophical, always down for fun and a good time, and big personality. She'll tell you. My personality, so I could be kind of shy and quiet and chill sometimes, but I'm the type of person with my entertainment skills and abilities, I can dominate a house party. You should have seen me in college. Dangerous. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Her birthday is the 27th. She's a Taurus and her birthday's the 27th.
Well, hit me up. Taurus Birth Chart sale. BigEAstrology@gmail.com. Only $100. We'll get live over Zoom and break down your whole chart. Perfect time. Taurus Birth Chart sale. All right, you guys. Venus and Taurus, episode 202 Knowledge is Love
Bye, guys.
Astrology podcast, and sign up for the new. I was telling them about the book. Like I said,
We
we're gonna.
keep talking about it.
Well,
but I don't
no.
want to talk about it until
No,
it's done.
no. I spoke about it today and I said that maybe coming out June or July. We're finishing writing, then we're gonna do the edits. We will do hard copies and digital. Very excited. It's going to be very different, and people are excited about it. Got to build. Got to build. They got to build up the excitement.
I want to get it done.
Hey, wait. But I told them I'm only one person, so I'm still working.
He's really two. Hello.
They haven't cloned me yet.
No. I'm talking about me. Clone you.
Well, you're the editor and the amazing personal assistant, but I'm just saying, I still gotta I gotta do the nuts and bolts. So
I keep telling him we gotta stop, put the time in. He's got to stop doing some charts for a few minutes, come over with me for a bit, then go back to the charts.
Yeah.
Because I want him to have his book. I think it's going to be awesome. He's got a great concept.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So I look forward to it. But anyway, you guys have a good night. This is episode 202, Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast, Venus in Taurus. See you at the end of the week or this weekend. Be easy.